My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the Holy Word of God of 19th March 2022. The focus of our reflection: what is frightening in our present society is a steep injustice in various spheres. And what is all the more saddening is all this injustice goes on in the disguise of justice. Today, we celebrate the solemnity of Saint Joseph. Just in December 2021, we had concluded the year of Saint Joseph. Certainly, a lot of reflections were offered about Saint Joseph. He received more attention and appreciation. Some might have grown in their devotion to Saint Joseph too. But the question always remains: how many are touched, affected, and changed by his life? Concretely, two terms or adjectives are alternatively used to describe the character of Saint Joseph. He was a just man or a righteous man. In the light of the Bible, to be just and righteous means to be a morally integral person, to be a person of character and values, to be correct and upright in his dealings with others, not to act wrongly toward anyone. In other words, it means to be blameless and clean before God and also right and benevolent towards others. In biblical terms, it is one who is turned away from evil and one who is ever loyal to God's statutes and commandments. A just and righteous person is one who obeys the voice of the Lord, walks in his ways, and is intensely merciful and generous toward others. Joseph was exactly that. He was always docile to the voice of the Lord. That is why, as soon as he realized God's plan in Mary's virginal conception, he promptly obeyed God's will and gave up his decision. And even when Mary's infidelity was so evident in human sight, and thus she deserved to be denounced, yet he respected Mary and safeguarded her honor. He was more concerned for her right to a woman's dignity and not a husband's prestige. How often our justice is so unjust because it bothers only about individual rights and self-interest. How often our righteousness is unrighteous because it is nothing but self-righteousness. How often we may appear to be moral and just in the sight of the world, but not really interiorly clean and pure in the sight of God. And now the direction and the directive for our life. Saint Joseph, the just and righteous man, must be a challenge for all of us who clamor for justice and claim to be just. Often it is a sham and shallow because it is without the essence of charity and benevolence.